Hey folks, today is Friday, January 25th, 2020. I got the date right for once.
No, it's the 24th!
Is it?
Yes!
What did I say?
25th!
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god!
You can't make this up. All right, folks, it's Friday, January 24th, 2020. I'm Jake Baldino. I'm very bad at my job, but we're here to talk about the video game news that has been going on this week. It's been a pretty exciting week for a lot of reasons. Starting off from Monday to now, there's been a lot, so let's just jump right in. The first thing I want to share, though, is more of a feel-good, a heartwarming story, something that some of you guys may have seen making the rounds on social media, but I wanted to bring it to your attention anyway. So this father, his name is Rory Steele. He has a daughter who loves video games, but unfortunately has a condition that makes it difficult for her to play games, but she really wanted to play Breath of the Wild. So he got to work using his skills to use the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which we talked about many times before, which Microsoft put out with a bunch of different inputs for people to be able to connect things, for different disabilities to be able to play games. He used that and cobbled together a joystick device with like a plastic tackle box and buttons he mounted on it, and he wired it all up. Got this thing actually working with a Nintendo Switch, and boom, posted a video to social media. That is a happy child being able to play the video game she wants, how she wants. And yeah, I'm not really like a kid person. Gross, kids. But it, like, seriously, seeing that smile on her face is good. And I think sometimes we need to share good things. When we talk about video games so much, it's so easy to get lost in all the that I just wanted to highlight some feel goodness, you know? But let's move on and talk about something that I'm really excited about. The Order 1886. Yeah, that's right. I love this game. I know it was really, really short, but I found it to be criminally underrated, and it kind of ended too quickly, and I wanted to see where it was going because they were building a really cool world. And thankfully, there's a new hot rumor out there suggesting that we're getting a new Order 1886 game on PlayStation 5. Apparently, Ready at Dawn is at work on a new AAA next-generation console game. Well, we've known that for real. But thanks to a new leaker on NeoGaf, who has apparently gotten some things right with the PS4 Pro before that was announced, so that's why people are kind of believing this is legit. He outlined that there is a new Order game coming out. It's going to be multi-platform for PlayStation and Xbox. And he talked about a quick teaser concept trailer of a guy with a flashlight pursuing a monster. Super brief. Apparently the lighting is like next generation, groundbreaking, really cool. That's it. That's all we got. Not too much to go on. Of course, take it with a grain of salt. I can't even say it anymore, seriously. But like all the news stories, we'll link it in the description below. You can see the user Osiris Black break down this potential tease that is going to be released for it. Judge for yourself. See what you think. I feel like I'm in the minority of people who want another game, but hey, please, Ready at Dawn, give me it. I want to see what happens with the vampires and the werewolves and all that, and definitely make the game more than 3 hours long. But in other news, some less exciting news, a little bit more unfortunate. If we're talking about delays, last week we talked about all the delays with like Cyberpunk and stuff. Now, one of my most anticipated games, Dying Light 2, has been delayed indefinitely. Techland has come out and said that they are delaying the game but not giving a release date at this point. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I respect that. I'd rather them put out a release date when they really know it's done. This game is ambitious. From what we've seen of it, it's definitely expanding a lot upon the previous game and all their ideas. So you know what? Take all the time you need, guys. I'll be here waiting. Now, with the rise of the next generation, I feel like we're going to talk about these consoles every week or so. The newest thing to hit the block is a new leak of the back side of the next Xbox. Of course, we know what the general case is going to look like, that tower style, but leaks have been floating around about the back of it. Of course, you guys know a couple weeks ago from CES, that AMD image of the back of the console was proven false. Here, now, we have what seems to be an actual prototype physical product, leaked photo of the back of the Xbox. And a journalist from Thoreau has also corroborated and said it's real. So it might be, it might not be, but this is what it is. It's pretty basic. Some things to note. No USB-C on the back, which bums me out, but it also is missing the HDMI like TV pass-through thing, which a lot of people did actually still use apparently on the Xbox. I didn't. Tom, you do though, right?
Yeah.
What's that like?
Pretty good.
Huh.
Yeah.
Good for you. The power cable, power plug looks similar to previous gens. There is a kind of like more rectangular-ish port that we don't know what that is. That might just be for debug reasons, but of course my big dumb brain, I immediately want to imagine some brand new, exciting, proprietary port that does something really cool, because I just like technology and I want new things to talk about and get excited about. But don't mind me, not too much more to say about it. It's nice to see that we are getting an idea of what this thing looks like. I can't wait to see what the PlayStation 5 is actually going to really look like. We'll probably have a lot more information about all of this stuff very soon. Also, in other news, some entertainment news, Netflix has announced that they are working on a Witcher anime series. Apparently, it is being worked on by the people behind The Legend of Korra, which I think is very good. Also, I just want to point out, I talked about the Witcher Netflix series a lot here as it was developing. A lot of you guys thought it was going to be bad and gave me shit, and you know what? It turned out to be pretty good, and I like being right sometimes. Stick with me, eh? Anyway, enough with the shade. Let's move on over to some trailers and stuff, some stuff during the week that has gone live that maybe some of you guys missed. We're going to have it all down in the description below. The first thing is a teaser for a new project from Ninja Theory. They were acquired by Microsoft. They made Hellblade, the Devil May Cry that nobody liked except me, stuff like that. This is for Project Mara, or Project Mara? Project Mara? That's where my New York accent. Is it Mara or Mara? Rooney Mara? Mara? What do you say?
I think it's Mara.
Mara?
Yeah.
That's hard for me to say. This looks like a kind of tense, more cerebral, like mental horror type of game. Of course, we don't know much about it at all other than just a working title, but it looks pretty spooky, and I always love horror games, and if it's from someone with the pedigree of like Ninja Theory, that's exciting. So now we know that Ninja Theory is working on quite a couple of projects at once. I'm really curious to see where this one goes. Also, the launch trailer for Frostpunk's Autumn expansion. Frostpunk was one of my favorite games the year it released, so I just wanted to shout this out again. Apparently, this expansion is really good. Haven't got my hands on it yet, though. Of course, the big new Doom Eternal trailer dropped, and a bunch of press preview and hands-on stuff went on this week, including Tom got to play it, so we made a video about some details. We'll link that in the description below. Also, we got a trailer for Captain Tsubasa. This is a Bandai Namco game based on a anime and manga. It is soccer, anime soccer, and it actually looks really, really exciting. And last but certainly not least, we got a story trailer for Nioh 2, another game that you should definitely keep your eye on because the first one was an underrated hit, man. Also, briefly, because, we don't know how much truth there is to this, Cinelinx is reporting from multiple sources that a Knights of the Old Republic thing is in the works at EA. Apparently, one source said it was a remake of the original game. The other said it was kind of like a sequel, kind of like marriage of 1 and 2 and the themes to kind of bring it into the newer official Star Wars canon. That is certainly interesting. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. My only take, I had heard rumblings like a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, back when, the Star Wars license with EA was an earlier thing, that there was something in the works, but nothing ever came of that. I don't know how true that was. But if what I heard was a thing, it seems like EA has been working and thinking on this for a while. Could they screw it up? Who knows? Not too much more to say, but it is the current rumor that is blazing the internet. Now, in other news, something I want to talk about. A lot of you guys sent me the story, and I do appreciate when you guys do that because I love talking about Splinter Cell whenever I can. Splinter Cell is in the headlines because one of the creative directors behind Splinter Cell and some of the earlier Far Cry games, Maxime Belland, has returned to Ubisoft. He left Ubisoft in a pretty public departure, did a 8-month stint working at Epic Games, and now apparently is back working at Ubisoft, heading up their editorial department, though. He's not like making a new Splinter Cell game, but interestingly enough, his role, this new editorial department, has been described as kind of being overhauled to put the work in to kind of work on differentiating Ubisoft's games, not making them all feel like they're the same. So that's all we know right now. Yes, he was a creative force behind Splinter Cell, and him being back is important. Does that necessarily mean he's working on a new Splinter Cell game? No, I don't know. However, Ubisoft and just all sorts of rumors and things have been pretty suggestive of a new Splinter Cell game definitely being out there, being worked on, or at least in the concept stages. So I still got my fingers crossed whether or not this news was even a thing. But I'm very curious to hear what you guys think if you're following all the, Splinter Cell rumors. What do you think is going to happen? Anything? I'm going to go play Chaos Theory again, but before we go, let's do that console giveaway we do every single week. You know how this goes down by now. There's a link in the description below. You click it to sign up. You enter once, then you're entered for good. And then every single week, we go in and randomly choose one person to win a free console of their choice. And this week's winner is going to be Oh, what's that? How you doing there, Dad? There you are. Oh, this is the winner. Congratulations. Be sure to keep an eye on your inbox, your spam box, stuff like that, because we're going to be reaching out to you to find out how we can send you your free stuff. But now, like I said, we got to talk about all the news this week. First of all, Doom Eternal. Have you read any of the previews out there? Have you watched any YouTube videos? What do you think? I think this game is going to be one of the best games dropping, other than like Cyberpunk and stuff. I'm really pumped. Also, Dying Light 2. Are you sad that it's delayed? And The Order 1886, the sequel. Maybe they'll call it 1887. Is that something you want? Do you want them to give it another try if you didn't enjoy it the first go around? And of course, the Xbox, the back of the next Xbox, that random port. Of course, it might be for debugging developer processes, but if it's not, if it's part of the retail package, what do you think that could be? SD card slot? I don't know. Floppy disk drive? It could be anything, so let's have fun. Let's speculate down in the comments below. Let's talk about any of the gaming news that went down this week. Definitely want to hear from you guys. But of course, if you got anything else for me, be sure to hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino. Because the comment section can get a little crazy sometimes, so if you want to yell at me directly, be sure to find me over there. Also, we put out a before you buy for Temtem, the game that's sweeping the Steam Nation. I played that. I binged it like crazy, put out a quick video, some first impressions. We'd love to hear what you think about that game if you are playing it. But like I said, if you enjoyed this video, thanks for watching. Clicking the like button does help us out. We really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing, of course, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.